Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs. Welcome back to my channel, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we're talking about one of the most incredible discoveries in numismatic history, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin. You won't believe what we're about to tell you. A coin worth just 1 cent could be worth up to $79 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's get into it. Now, you may be wondering, how could a coin that's worth just 1 cent end up being worth millions? Well, we're about to uncover the surprising history and mind-blowing value behind this small yet mighty piece of American history. First things first, let's talk about the 1976 penny itself. As you might already know, 1976 was a special year. It marked the 200th anniversary of the United States Declaration of Independence. To celebrate this monumental event, the U.S. Mint released a series of commemorative coins. While the penny remained unchanged in design, the bicentennial celebration would play a crucial role in the story of this coin. Most of the coins issued that year, like the quarters and half dollars, were redesigned to honor the nation's 200 years of freedom. But the 1-cent coin, which traditionally featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, didn't change much. However, this simplicity would later become key in its unique story. Here's where things get interesting. Throughout the years, rumors have swirled about a rare 1976 penny that could be worth an unbelievable fortune. The myth? That one very special 1976 penny was accidentally struck with the wrong minting process, making it drastically different from all other 1976 pennies that were made that year. This unique error coin was allegedly worth a jaw-dropping $79 million, but is it true? Is there really a 1976 penny worth millions of dollars? The answer, while a bit more complicated, will leave you on the edge of your seat. Let's dive into this story and separate fact from fiction. To understand how a 1-cent coin could be valued at such a high amount, we need to look at the world of error coins. Coin collectors, or numismatists, pay top dollar for coins that have unique minting errors, like misprints, double strikes, off-center impressions, or even wrong metal compositions. These errors are extremely rare, and that rarity often makes them incredibly valuable. One specific rumor about the 1976 penny involves a coin mistakenly made with a copper-nickel alloy that was supposed to be used for dimes, instead of the typical copper mix. This supposed error could make the coin far more valuable than the usual copper-plated zinc version that was minted. That's what led to the claim that one particular 1976 penny could fetch as much as $79 million at auction. However, after extensive research and scrutiny from experts in the field, there's no official record of such a penny ever being discovered. While the idea of a $79 million penny certainly sparks imaginations, it seems this was more of a myth created by collectors and coin enthusiasts hoping to find a hidden treasure in their pocket change. So, what's the real value of a 1976 penny today? Well, unless you find that mythical error coin, a typical 1976 penny is worth exactly 1 cent. But there's still some good news for collectors. Some 1976 pennies, especially in mint condition or with unique features, can be worth more than face value. For example, a 1976 S-proof penny, minted in San Francisco, can be worth a few dollars, and graded high-quality 1976 pennies, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition, can fetch a premium price, generally ranging from $1 to $10 depending on their grade. But don't expect to retire from just 1 penny. Even though there's no $79 million penny waiting in your change jar, error coins still matter in the world of coin collecting. These rare mistakes are incredibly valuable because they are so hard to come by. Collectors love finding coins with rare flaws, and these pieces often see huge amounts at auction. At major auctions, error coins can fetch hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. For instance, a 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which was never supposed to be made, sold for over $3 million in 2018. And that's just one example. There are countless other instances where rare and unique coins have sold for mind-blowing amounts. The coin market can be an exciting place for collectors with a keen eye for detail, but let's not forget about the general public, who may not even realize the value of some of the coins they come across in their daily lives. Think about it, a person could be carrying around a rare coin without even knowing it. That's why it's important for collectors and everyday people alike to understand what to look for. With a little knowledge and some patience, it's possible to uncover a hidden gem.in fact. There are people who have made entire careers out of finding rare coins in circulation, and some of them have stumbled upon pieces worth thousands, sometimes even millions of dollars. So if you happen to come across a 1976 penny or any other coin that seems a little different, don't just toss it aside. It could be worth something more than you think. While that 1976 penny might not make you a millionaire just yet, there's still plenty of excitement in the world of rare coins. Who knows? Maybe you'll discover a valuable piece of history hidden in your spare change one day. Coin collecting isn't just about finding something valuable, it's about preserving a piece of history and learning the stories behind each coin. If you're passionate about coins and want to learn more about rare finds, make sure to subscribe to your channel name, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a fascinating coin story. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare or valuable coin. We'd love to hear about your discoveries. Maybe one of your coins could be the next big find. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, sometimes, the smallest treasures can hold the greatest value. Keep an eye on your pocket change, and who knows what you might discover. Next, 2017 1-cent USA coins. Did you know that a simple, seemingly ordinary 2017 1-cent coin could be worth an unbelievable $150 million? Yes, you heard that right, $150 million. At first, it might seem impossible or even laughable. After all, it's just a penny, right? A penny isn't even enough to buy a pack of gum these days. But hold on, because what you're about to learn will completely change the way you look at this tiny piece of metal. This coin could hold the key to a fortune beyond anything you could imagine. If we take a moment to think about it, pennies have been around in some form since the founding of the United States. From the very first copper penny, which was minted in 1793, to the modern-day version, pennies have been a common fixture in our daily lives. You probably don't even give them a second thought, tossing them into your spare change jar or letting them collect dust at the bottom of your purse. But did you know that behind these seemingly insignificant coins, there's an entire world of rare and valuable treasures? And sometimes, even the most ordinary-looking penny can hide a much bigger story. Now, let's zoom in on the 2017 1-cent coin. On the surface, this coin may look just like any other penny you might find at the bottom of your pocket. It's copper-colored, and on one side, it features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln. On the other side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial. But here's where things get interesting. A small number of these 2017 pennies weren't produced exactly as they were supposed to be. There were rare minting errors, imperfections, and design misalignments that have turned these pennies into something much more valuable than their face value. You see, in 2017, an incredibly small number of pennies were accidentally produced with rare errors, either due to a mistake in the minting process, a slight misalignment, or some other unusual circumstance. These minting errors are what set these coins apart from the hundreds of billions of pennies that are created every year. What's fascinating is that these errors are not always easy to spot. They are often so small, so subtle, that most people wouldn't even notice them. However, to a trained eye, these imperfections make these pennies invaluable. This is where things get really exciting. If you happen to stumble upon one of these rare 2017 pennies, you could be holding a coin that is worth up to $150 million. That's right, this tiny coin, worth 1 cent in its standard form, could fetch you a fortune that's beyond what most people could ever dream of. But how could this possibly be? After all, it's just a penny, right? Well, the world of coin collecting, and especially error coins, can be a bit more complicated and fascinating than you might think. There's a category of coins known as error coins, and they are highly prized by collectors. These are coins that were minted incorrectly or with an unusual feature that makes them stand out from the rest. Coins like this have become increasingly valuable over the years. From off-center strikes to double dies to completely misaligned designs, the world of error coins has attracted collectors from all over the globe. And the 2017 penny with a rare minting error is one of the most sought-after error coins in recent memory. So, why does a simple mistake in the minting process turn a penny into something worth millions? The answer lies in rarity. Coins with minting errors are so rare that they are seen as one-of-a-kind treasures. These coins are not supposed to exist. The mistakes that caused these coins to be minted in the first place are part of what makes them so valuable. The less there are, the more valuable they become. Collectors covet these error coins because they represent a piece of history, a coin that was never meant to be, but exists nonetheless. The 2017 penny that we're talking about is especially valuable because it's not just any old error coin. It's a penny that, in a very small number of cases, was struck with imperfections that can make it look slightly different from the typical 2017 penny. Perhaps it was struck off-center, or maybe there's a slight doubling in the design. The coin may have an unusual die mark or an unintended design feature. In some cases, these errors can be as small as a slight misalignment of the design, but even the tiniest flaw can turn an ordinary penny into something incredibly valuable. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do I know if I've found one of these rare error pennies? The truth is, it's not always easy to spot them. Most error coins are incredibly subtle, and you really need to know what to look for. It's not like finding a huge gash or dent in a coin. These are minor imperfections that might only be noticeable to an experienced collector or a professional appraiser. So, what should you look for if you think you might have a rare 2017 penny on your hands? First, examine the quality of the coin. Is it well struck? Does the design appear to be clear and crisp, or is it faint or smudged in some way? A slightly blurry design or a lack of sharpness in certain areas could indicate a minting error. Another thing to look for is misalignment. A penny that's struck off-center or with a design that doesn't line up properly is a clear indicator that something went wrong during the minting process. You can also check the edges of the coin. Sometimes error coins have unusual or irregular edges due to a mistake made during the striking process. Another sign to look out for is a double die, which occurs when a coin's design is unintentionally struck more than once during the minting process. This results in a visible double of certain parts of the design, such as Lincoln's face or the word Liberty. A double die can significantly increase the value of a coin, as collectors prize these mistakes for their uniqueness. If you think you've found an error penny, your next step should be to take it to a professional coin dealer or appraiser. These experts have the knowledge and experience to confirm whether your coin is truly a rare and valuable piece of history. In some cases, they may even be able to provide you with an appraisal that could result in a significant windfall. It's important to get a professional opinion because the difference between a regular penny and a rare error penny could be worth millions of dollars. At prestigious coin auctions, rare pennies like the ones we're talking about have sold for incredible sums of money. In fact, some error coins have sold for millions of dollars. For example, the 1943 copper penny, which was mistakenly minted in copper instead of steel, sold for over $1 million at auction. The 1913 Liberty head nickel, another rare error coin, went for a record-breaking $3.7 million. The 2017 penny with the right error? It could easily fetch a similar fortune, and in some cases, even more. It's hard to overstate just how valuable these error coins can be. What might look like an ordinary piece of currency to the untrained eye could be a life-changing discovery. Imagine finding a penny in your spare change jar that turns out to be worth millions. It sounds like a dream, but for a lucky few, it's a reality. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coins are the ones that hold the greatest value.